Hello, and thanks for tuning in. Back in October, the Market Intelligence team published outlooks for the beef, sheep and pork sectors. Today, I'll be taking a quick look at what the future of the beef market looks like. Let's start with the breeding herd. Mother Nature really did challenge farmers at the start of this year, which led to increased on-farm mortality nationwide. This not only affected young stock, but breeding stock as well. Coupled with a high demand for manufacturing beef and a feed shortage through the summer, cow slaughterings in 2018 have been much higher than in 2017, which was already a high year. On top of this, heifer slaughterings have been particularly high this year, potentially as uncertainty is making it hard to make plans for expansion. Together, all this results in a forecast decline in the breeding herd by as much as 2%. This will ultimately have an impact on beef production in the longer term and will be realised in registrations towards the end of this year and into 2019. Moving on to calf registrations. The average age of slaughter for prime animals is around 22 months. Therefore, the majority of production for 2019 is likely to come from 2017 calvings. During 2017, registrations of animals available for the beef supply chain were marginally higher than the previous year. This should result in prime cattle supplies at the start of 2019 being similar, if not slightly higher, than 2018. However, as most will know, 2018 calvings took a significant hit and were well down in the early part of the year. This is likely to impact prime cattle supply in late 2019 and further forward into 2020. Overall, prime cattle slaughterings in 2019 are expected to be similar to the previous year. With heifer slaughterings this year being so high, it is expected that replacements available for the breeding herd in 2019 will probably be restricted. As such, assuming a period of herd stabilisation, cow slaughter is forecast to decline in 2019. Overall, UK beef production in 2019 is set to decline slightly. This is a result of similar prime cattle slaughterings but low cow slaughterings. Carcass weights are predicted to decline slightly, while still following seasonal variations. This is due to an increasing amount of prime beef production coming from the dairy herd. These animals are often of poorer conformation than their pure beef counterparts and as such don't kill out as well. Further to this, an increase in popularity of native bred cattle, which typically finish at lighter weights, may also bring carcass weights down. Regarding trade, exports are forecast to decline slightly going forward as less product becomes available on the domestic market. Imports are also forecast to decline slightly, mainly because Irish production is expected to be reduced in 2019 after a couple of years of higher live exports. Polish beef production has been growing, and so any gap in the market could be a potential opportunity for Polish exporters. Obviously, Britain's impending departure from the EU is the largest risk to this forecast. However, for this outlook, it is assumed that there is no material change in trade relations. Thanks for listening to this month's video. That's a very brief overview of the beef outlook. If you'd like to view the outlook in more detail or take a look at the sheep forecast, please follow the link in the description.